Divine greetings, Masters. Very good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. This is Madhu Soni welcoming you all to Light and Soul Meditation English Group. Thank you so much for being here, Masters, and thank you for sharing your precious time, space, and energy with each other and with this wonderful group of ours, Light and Soul Meditation Group, and Love Light Star Shine YouTube channel, Masters. Thank you so much. But let us now join our hands, Masters, and pray to the Masters, give our gratitude, respects, and regards, and then we will go ahead and start the session today. So, with great respects, regards, and gratitude to all the Divine Masters, to all the Masters from the Ascended Realms, Spiritual Realm, Angelic Realm, and our Spiritual Realm. Thank you so much, Masters, for all that you do, for all the resources that you have shared with us and showered on all of us. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the Divine Masters, to all the gods, goddesses, divine feminine and masculine energies. We are really grateful to the Masters who are connected with the Most High from the Ascended Master realms, from the Param Guru Mandali Masters, Saptarishi Mandal Masters, all the Siddhas, teachers, healers, mentors, and gurus. We are really grateful to Mother Earth, Father Universe, Mother Nature, Sun, Moon, and constellations. Thank you so much, Patri sir, for guiding us and showing us this divine path of Aanapansati meditation through Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement. Thank you so much. We are really grateful for all that you have done, Mahavatar Babaji, for teaching us and inculcating the Kriya Yoga in all of us. Thank you for helping us go into penance and helping us study more in-depth knowledge that you are always giving us every day. Thank you so much, Masters. We ask and pray to you to help us connect with your consciousness. We ask and pray to you to help us align with the soul plan purpose with what we are here for. May we complete our soul plan and purpose. Please help us align with the highest timeline that we have set for our incarnations, maybe through our life journeys or with the soul journeys, whatever it may be. Please shower your blessings and grace on each and every one of us. We need your blessings and grace. We need your protection, guidance. Please show us the divine path, the right path, the true path, the path towards truth and honesty. Thank you so much, Masters. We are really, really grateful to all the meditators who are present here today, all the members, and to all those people who will be joining us later or through the recording when they hear the session. Thank you so much, Masters. Thank you. So, with this small prayer that we always do, Masters, I am really grateful to each and everyone, and I really understand how much precious your time, space, and energy is. So, we are going to use it to the fullest, but also in a nice and good way so that we can benefit through this wonderful group energy of ours, each and every one of us. So, Masters, let me welcome Abhimanyu ji today. Abhimanyu Yadav ji is from India and he is based in Haryana. And he is also a biology teacher and recently was promoted to being a principal. So he's also a principal now. And the introduction that he told me about was that he's also a naturalist and he worked with the World Wide Fund as a naturalist. Also, he is exploring his own self at this time and working towards his upliftment related to consciousness, wisdom, knowledge, and also at this time he's sharing his wisdom, knowledge that he got. He's also sharing with the group, Hindi and English both. So with us, he had started, I think, 1.5 years back. And I think when we were doing Thinking and Destiny in the Hindi group, so he started joining us. And from that time, he was there with us. And then later on, he helped us in doing the Swadhyaya of The Alchemist, right? And later on, we also did the Land of Gods. And then later on, he also started giving us, wisdom on Buddha and many other teachings through Guru Updesh Gyan Sarita, where he taught us about Siddheshwar Babaji. And in English also, he had started giving us meditation. And not only that, I think he recently shared one of the wisdom. He will, at this time, I don't remember, but yes, he gave one wonderful, wisdom sharing session was there. And now he is also helping us with You Can Heal Your Life. So today, the chapter 6, from part 2, chapter 6, the topic of today is resistance to change. So today, Abhimanyu Yadav ji is here in front of us, and he's going to share what is that makes us resist to this wonderful thing called change. Why do we resist this change? So, Louise L. Hay, who has written this wonderful book called as You Can Heal Your Life, has divided this wonderful wisdom into lot many chapters. And today we are going to learn about chapter 6, resistance to change. So over to Abhimanyu ji. Very warm welcome, Abhimanyu ji. Thank you so much. Oh, one second.
Pranam.
Pranam, everyone. Pranam, Abhimanyu ji.
It was lovely to hear the introduction. It was why it was lovely to hear the introduction was I was listening today, but I was listening from a third party, like Chitragupta is saying what you have done and what you need to add on to the things. It was like a seer vision. I don't know why. It was witnessing just simply that what is being done and what needs to be done. So I was really grateful to you also for at least giving me one small chance through the platform so that actually I can have a beginning of exploration of discussions, maybe of sharing and caring in the way it may be small, but it is accountable and it is really wonderful. So let me start with the gratitude first, and then second is the topic which is being given today is resistance to change. And friends, I'll appreciate if you'll open your videos,
Yes.
because it is not something which is, you know, which can be simply told and which can be simply, it is a discussion, which I feel like. Why? Because it was, the topic itself is something which is really interesting for all of us, in fact. So I'll start this with a very first line of Louise Hay. Everybody knows Louise Hay. She is, what I'll say is that once when we think about affirmations in the world of this today's world, in fact, so the very first name comes as Louise Hay. In fact, she was I remember a few years back when I was looking for a person who knows the affirmative language, and the very first name comes as Louise Hay. Then I explored the life of Louise Hay. This is You Can Heal Your Life is not just a title. It is something which he is telling from experience, what I feel like. So the chapter name is Resistance to Change. But the very first question to all of us, including me, is what to change? Okay, fine. We are having a lot of resistance to change, that we will understand. But my question here to all of us, you can use your chat box also, one thing which you feel like that you need to change, can you please write in the chat box so that at least we will get to know what to change. Just think, any one thing. Great. So I am getting attitude. I want to change my habit of overthinking. Great. I will also write, I will be honest. So there are many changes that we need to change, and also sometimes perception. Great. And I also want to change my inactions. I'll tell you how it came later on. Procrastination, overthinking. Great. Now, this is the very first step which Louise is talking about in her chapter. That if we are aware of what to change, then it is the very first step in healing or changing the things. Then comes another step into it. I would like to ask you another beautiful question. Why you want to change this? Do you really think your attitude is not good enough? Do you really think that you think a lot and lot and lot and lot? Or maybe do you think that your habits and patterns are not good enough? If you think like that, so then also there is a big question mark. If you think like that, like for example, if I am there, if I am thinking that my actions are not enough, then only I'll realize that inaction is there in my way of living, maybe. Or maybe if procrastination means what? Is there any comparison to anyone else? Or maybe we are simply trying to compare with others and want to have the role models in life, or it is coming from self? That what is a big question. Why you want to change this? You have written this, that okay, fine, inaction, procrastination, habits, patterns, overthinkings, perceptions, or attitude, but why you want to change this? Don't you think it is perfect? Any idea, friends, about this? Because Louise says that lessons can be learned through awareness, and this is what is the awareness itself, that you want to change. Think, think. I'm giving you few seconds to think on this, because this is the very first awareness of our patterns, awareness of not only our patterns but also our reactions. So I will give you a pause, beautiful pause, knowingly, purposely. I will give you pause so that you will get to know waste of time and low energy. I read this beautiful quote day before yesterday. I was there outside somewhere in the university, and there Charles Darwin was there on a picture on a wall. The wallpaper was there, and it was written there: if you dare to waste 1 hour of your life, then you are actually wasting your life. And that really, you know, became thought evoking to me also, that if I am going to waste 1 hour in anything, that will be a waste of my own life energy, life force energy. So this is really good from Umaji also. We are getting one question, that waste of time and low energy. Low energy may be anything which you don't like, but you are doing it. Then only the energy goes down. If you like something and if you are doing it constantly, then energy itself goes on increasing. It can be anything. It can be living your hobby. It can be anything. But my thing is that let's talk about these two, three things before we actually start this thing. That first thing was awareness of our own pattern. Just simply think, because meditation will be a separate part of this, so that we will be able to clear it. But consciousness is another part which is important, which Louis is trying to give us even today. So, thing is that just be aware of our pattern and aware of our own reactions. Our reactions may be the triggers to anything. Just like if someone is saying procrastination, that means there are a lot of triggers. Somebody would have told in the workplace, or maybe at house, or maybe at, in the actions which the person is doing. Maybe the person may be having the habit of touching the deadlines, or the last lines, or the timelines were not matched. Then only it is coming. And when it is coming to habits also, then also maybe some sort of comparison, or when it is overthinking or anything. So the question is that if we are aware of the reactions of our own actions to anything, then only we can catch hold. that this is one thing which I have to separate from my own identity, from my own personality. So this is the very first thing. Now, second important thing to continue in this line is, do you think it can be changed on the spot here in one sentence?
It can only be done only when, you know, you really want to change and you are very much honest with yourself. I think Abhimanyuji's internet is frozen.
Yes.
Yeah. Abhimanyuji, were you
Yes.
able to hear me?
Yes, I
Okay.
can. So I want to ask this, yeah, in yes or no, maybe, that do you really think whatever you have written, all of you can change it in just 1 hour? I will not claim I am not here to sell a course at all, but I have seen people saying it. Do you think that you can overcome your overthinking in 1 hour? Because I want an honest answer. Do you really think, Madhuma, that you can change your habits and patterns in 1 hour? Can you
No,
simply raise your
no,
no?
no.
Very beautiful answer. Very honest answer. Now, this is what the next thing which Louise is saying, that patience is the key, and it is only possible by step changes. She gave one example when we take up, when we change the floor also, we take stairs step by step, and then only we reach out. Now comes, the resistances. What are the resistance in the change? First resistance itself, we all said here, you know, the impatience which we show. So the very first resistance is that only. We can simply say that he has written one line that impatience is another form of resistance to change. If we are impatient about things, if we simply want to, high expectations are there from self that, okay, I will change this, and that is what is the very first blockage. I have seen it in my own life also, as a meditator also. I will not call me a pure meditator, but as a father also, as a husband also, as a brother also, that I wanted to change things on the spot. The person will change according to the set expectations of the society on the spot, which is now I realize is a big resistance to that change itself. Something like you are in the process of doing things, but we are simply putting the resistance into that case. So I would like to continue here with few common sentences which are being given by Louise here, that we will be able to realize, because it may not be able to match. She has given us a lot of words. So I would like to share one presentation of her words only, what she has said. Just give me a minute. Now, if you will see this, is it visible? Or I will read it for you guys. Should I?
It is very small. You can maximize it, screen.
Okay, then if I have to
Or zoom
maximize
in.
it,
Zoom in.
okay, zoom in is
Here, down here. You know?
in the more options.
No, no, down. Can you see? Take your arrow down on the right side of your computer. Yeah, here, yeah, yes,
This one.
yes. So slowly, yeah. Now
Yes.
we can.
Okay. Great. So I will simply show you, and this is really important, which I feel like. Why it is important? She is, sharing some of our own habits, and this is one thing which we should know, that which of these habits are matching to us. Sometimes it happens we change the subject, we don't want to talk about the things, we say okay, let's leave it for now and we'll talk it later and all that, right? The next thing is about just give me a minute. Yes, next thing can be, sometimes we change the room also. Sometimes, like, if I'll tell you honestly, in most of the time it happened that whenever I am talking to my spouse also, sometimes maybe the parents, as a child also, I used to leave that room, I used to go in solitude, maybe some other place of the house itself, it can be another room or something like that, and most of us are also doing it. Now that is what is again the resistance to the change. Then going to the bathroom, or maybe sometimes being late, you don't want to go, and then simply just catch all the things which we are doing, and whichever is matching to our own pattern, just simply try and catch that. Procrastination can be by doing something else, not doing the actual task, or by doing some busy work, or maybe wasting time. Or just like, why I'm saying all this is because, see, most of us are here in the meeting for now, and we decided to come or no. There was no force at all. But most of us are not there on our chair even, or maybe with the close videos, which actually shows an indirect resistance to the things. It was our own choice at the very first place to do the things honestly, to understand the concept, or maybe to get the wisdom, or to meditate over the things. And the second choice, which is being taken by ourselves, became the resistance in our first choice. I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to say here. Is that, that flipping, it can be anything. If you are flipping a magazine, if you are refusing to pay attention towards things she is saying, if you are eating, drinking, or sometimes people smoke also. You will see most of the smokers, they are actually running from that situation. I remember I asked this question from my own teacher, my own guruji also. Why people smoke? He said they are actually running from the situation, and that is why they are smoking. Or maybe it can be, creating breakdown sometimes, like, say for example, car appliances, plumbing and all that, they'll do it purposely. So this is really important to understand, that all these things which we are getting for now are the clues that we are showing resistance towards the thing. Or maybe sometimes we justify also ourselves. Some people, or maybe some friend, it can be a family member, it can be anyone, is asking something, and we will simply justify it, our own perspective. We will simply say it wouldn't do any good anyway, the result will not be good, I wouldn't have to change my whole personality, only crazy people go to the therapist, or maybe a lot of things. I'll give you example from my own personal life also, and so that you all can also relate to small things. When my wife came into my life, so what happened that she was uh, a student itself, like, so she was a postgraduate student. And then I said, okay, you have to be, like, you should be working so that you will feel yourself uh, as a parallel person to me in the society itself, and all of us are equal. He said, okay, fine, I'll do that. And I said, why don't you directly go with the big school itself? And then my father, that means her father, my father-in-law, said, don't do it immediately, do it slowly and slowly, she'll not be able to do. I said, okay, fine. But then what had happened is that slowly and slowly she came into the field as a PRT. Then she went on to TGT. Last year, this year, she checked the board papers also for CBS itself. So what I'm trying to say here is that sometimes we try to justify our own resistance also, right? That, do I need to change my whole personality in order to change? No, just simply take very first step. Today also after the class, all my masters, I request you to simply change one thing, the very first thing which you need to change, only change that bit. And that you will realize later maybe that it is the halfway done. 50% of it will be done just by simply changing the things. Just give me a minute. Okay. Yeah, just give me a minute. Then next is, I hope we are understanding that what things are stopping us to do things, right? So next, if you will see, I will again zoom it. She has given a lot of examples, and why she is giving a lot of examples now I'm understanding. Just like look at the excuses which we are doing, giving. So it's not done, it's not just right, it's not right for me to do that. That won't be spiritual. Spiritual people don't get angry when women just don't do that. My family never did that. Love is not for me, it's too far to drive, and not many excuses which are there. You can see all of these excuses actually are the resistance towards the changes. I don't believe in it, I'm not that kind of person, or maybe anything like that. So this is what Louise is trying to tell us, that why are we putting the resistance to change. But I would like to stop here for a while, and I would like to ask you the question, my dear friends, that what do you think, which one of these is matching to you in your present life, so that we can talk about this after few minutes, right? So can you please share your own experience related to the same? Half part of the chapter is being done. If you are actually, uh, yes, please, you can.
Yeah, I'll share it a little bit. So actually, I've seen this in my own life, and I know. See, it won't be about me here at this time because I have tried my level best with everything, and I tried to change my own self. But there are certain things that I still want to change. Okay, within me, because I can see I'm very aware, self-aware about myself, and I know where I'm going wrong, what I'm doing, and we are still, I would say I'm a student of life and I'm still changing. I'm still changing. And who is that wonderful person who doesn't change? I would say everyone changes. I'm not perfect. I want to say like that. So I'm imperfect in a very perfect way, or perfect in a very imperfect way, whatever you want to say. Now, the point is, I had people in my life and they have done this. So, as your example, very similar to that. Whenever we have a discussion and I want to finish that discussion and clear that discussion so that we don't have those problems time and again. But certain people in our lives, they would just go away from that discussion. They won't like to talk about it. They won't like to, get to the discussion. Maybe they would become angry, or they would not, you know, try to solve that problem, and that problem still remains. Because, and I have this mindset that let's, solve that problem, solve that issue, so that we can get to the bottom of things and finish it off and go on to and also things where, you know don't sleep angry. The point is, don't sleep in that way, right? But still, that is why we are having this kind of life there. And sometimes somebody says something to you and you don't feel good about it and you become sick. So there was one point that was said that you become sick. And I have been sick because there were certain things that were happening in my life that were not okay, and the things were not solving. The issue still remained, and it was basically I was getting a toll of everything, basically. You know, my health was basically not okay, and I started becoming sick. So there were so many diseases that I started getting because of all those things. And then later on, when I found meditation, I started healing myself, and I'm a healed person. So that is what. Anyway, so Anshumanji has raised his hand, so let's take Anshumanji, and
Yeah. Let's
then
take Anshumanji, but I would like to add one line to this.
yeah,
What
go.
happened? My father-in-law said one thing. In Hindi, he used to say, one line. He said, Abhimanyu, आप दुनिया के सबसे बेस्ट डॉक्टर हो सकते हो, लेकिन अगर आपके मरीज भाग जाएं तो आप बेस्ट डॉक्टर नहीं. And
Well,
I'll repeat it in English also if somebody is not able to understand. You may be the best doctor in the world, but if your patients are running from you, you are not in one way.
correct.
So,
And that is
please,
why,
Anshumanji.
yes, that is why very essential to hear both the parties, not one. But anyhow,
Yes.
let's see Anshumanji. Anshumanji, go ahead, please.
Abhimanyu, very nicely you're explaining the concepts. Really appreciate that. I have a question. Yes, all of us want to change, and we are aware we eat healthy habits. Uh, I mean, diet, fitness, self-improvement, and so on. But many things are hardwired over the years, wherein by repeatedly doing something in a way, we form habits, sometimes good habits and sometimes not so good habits. Now, despite having the intention to change, there is a resistance. So how do we break that pattern? I mean, many a times I have seen that despite creating systems, monitoring systems, reward mechanism, but still change is not that easy after years of habit in a particular way. So,
Okay.
I mean, is it a neural
Anshumanji,
connection?
you want to ask question in a
Yeah, yeah,
specific domain, like ask
like,
personal question, so that
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
be able to understand. This is something which is happening in the industry, right?
No, no, actually, for example, if suppose we want to change our eating habits, uh,
Right.
so at times it becomes difficult, or we want to exercise, but then we start, but then it the chain is broken. So while the mind has neuroplasticity and we can change at any age, at any point in time, any habit,
Right.
but it is not easy. I mean, it is difficult. So I think your insights will be helpful how we can actually have that change.
Right.
Yeah.
So I will just give you two, three things here, and I will relate it to the chapter of Louise. Right. I will not give my own direct answer, but you will find that answer is there in Louise's chapter. First thing is to get, to be aware of your eating habits. Second thing is to be aware of, are you eating or the food is eating you? It can be the craving which is eating you. Like it can be emotion which is eating you. It may be the physical hunger, it may not be. So that also is a part of awareness. That if you are really aware that the food item, whichever is there, is it related to any event? Maybe you went to a picnic or maybe any site which you liked a lot and lot and lot. I'll
Mhm.
give you one example to understand it better. My grandfather used to like curry. Whenever he used to come home, he is staying away, he's staying in Gurugram. And whenever he used to come and visit his own village or own house, so he used to simply ask, okay, prepare the best curry. And now, at this point of age, last time when we were together on Holi, I asked, Raji, why you like curry? And he said that I stayed in one of the ashram for 10 days when I passed my grade 10. And there, the sadhak, the ma was there, who used to prepare curry, and when a meditator, the siddha prepares the food, it becomes really different and the tasteful. So she used to prepare curry, and he has written that. And I said, that kind of taste you will never get in your life, no matter how best you will get to the hotel or the chef or anything else. So important thing to understand here is that, are you relating it to any of the situation or the people or your own craving at your organ level or your emotion level? So that is there. If you'll be aware of the pattern, you'll be able to change it slowly and slowly by knowing it. This is what Louis is saying.
All right. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you, Anshumanji. Deepak ji, unmute yourself, please.
Atmavandan to all. There are a few instances which recall in my life to share these thoughts. For me to understand a simple thing, unless you are aware and unless you are committed to yourself that you need a change, you cannot change. The first thing is your awareness. Second thing is your that you need to change, followed by your persuasion with your action will only result a change. This is one aspect of it which I am very crystal clear about it. A very interesting story I would like to share. I have worked with the Siddha Samadhi Yod with Rishi Prabhakarji in his ashram. He told that in life, you give excuses. In order to give us an answer to people, he took a key and put it on the palm of a person like this. Okay. Now try to lift the key. Somebody touched it, somebody put it. So he says, I tell you to try. Why? What are you doing? I said, try to lift it. So everybody got confused. What is he trying to say? The answer was either you lift the key, or you cannot lift the key. So there is all in between is an excuse. Okay. Second thing is, in any walk of life, either you will succeed or you will fail. But there is no question of other reasons. That is, all the excuses. The rest is excuses. Is the reality of life. Coming to a third stage, which I happened to be a coincidence. Yesterday, I went for a session known as face reading. Okay. Now, the question was: does the face change? So he gave three answers. Number one, the face change with age. The face change with your attitude and habits. Emotional changes take place, so will your face will change. And third is accidental. So in case of any accidental, your face will change. So he says the changes do take place on your face, which we were talking about face reading, apart from signature, which you change and so on and so forth. So the changes which you're talking about being a coincidence, yesterday which I had a session, I'm just sharing a few thoughts on it. And I recalled a guru which I remember, Sri Rishi Prabhakar, about the key which he gave us an example to the excuses which you make in our lives, and we don't take an action and you only give excuses without lifting the key. Only then it can work, or you cannot lift it. As simple as that. So a few thoughts I wanted to share. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deepak ji. Thank you so much. Wonderfully stated, and it's such profound thinking, when somebody says that there are three types of changes that can happen to your face, and it's so wonderful. Emotional changes, your attitude towards life, when you are really sad, depressed, or you're angry. Again, that face changes. Everything can be seen in the face. Anyway, Abhimanyu ji, you can go ahead, please.
Right. So if you'll see that these all are the excuses actually. Like when we talk about Louise is giving us a lot of keywords here. I will again reshare the things. It can be any sort of whatever word she is talking about are actually the excuses which we give it to ourselves. Just give me a minute and I'll share it again. See, if you will see this, again, you will just give me a minute and it will come. Meanwhile, I'll talk about this. No, like all of us have self concepts also, which are very rigid also. Sometimes you will say, we are too old to make a change, or we are too young to make a change. We are too fat, we cannot simply change it. We are too thin, or we are too short, or too tall, too lazy, too strong. These all are what? These all are the excuses which we make to ourselves, just like Deepak ji said. So these all are the big list being given by Louise Hay, that these all excuses we give it to ourselves. It can be many more personalized excuses which we give. Now, if you will try and understand the working mechanism of the mind, you might have heard about Mahishasur in English, that it used to keep change forms, and so are the excuses also. That is why Louise Hay has given us lot of keywords so that someone will be able to match with any keyword, any other keyword, or any other keyword. These all are the mutations of the brain itself. Then it can be denial also, right? What, see, we are talking here the resistance and the various forms. If you will see this, that simply we can say no to things also by taking an escape route. So there can be like, say, for example, okay, I need to change. Why? There is nothing wrong with me. I can't have anything with the problem. I cannot do anything. It is completely okay. I have to simply accept it. Or maybe it was all right last time, it will be okay. So this is all the escapism which is coming again and again. What good would it be to change? So these are all resistance. So if we'll find the resistance, we'll be able to go to the next level of it. Sometimes it can be fear also. Now, if you will, again, I will not ask you, but simply I will give you a beautiful pose for a few seconds. That just simply think that, are you giving any sort of, resistance just because of your fears? It can be a fear of your childhood to the situation or anything. It can be fear of rejection. It can be fear of failure. It can be a small kind of fear which we are not able to accept. So it can be fear also, that can also become the resistance. It can be like, for example, I'm afraid to tell my husband. You might have heard about many incidents if you listen it carefully, like in earlier life also, when Madhuma used to share that when she was a very new bridegroom, then there was a very different kind of situation with her husband. Just try and understand, like it can be anyone who is simply afraid of the situation or the person in the beginning, and then slowly and slowly when we try and understand, then the resistance itself goes. If it is still there, it may turn out into the diseases. This is serious to talk about. It can be a throat disease. Sometimes we are not able to express hypothyroidism, hyperthyroid, all these kind of sort of diseases can also come, right? Sometimes the risk of things like I might get hurt, or I may have to change, or it may cost me money. So people, those who don't take risk also, that also becomes a change, because we are understanding all the resistance to the change. Resistance of losing the freedom. All these are big list of excuses. You can all go through this. I will simply, I don't trust anyone. That can also be there, and we all understand that that is not the realistic viewpoint. It can be the blockage of heart chakra, where we are not able to trust anyone. It can be the bad experiences also from someone else, which is coming into our experience by wisdom also. So we have to be aware of the things, and then we'll be able to recognize the ways of our own resistance which we used to make. So that is what Louise Hay is saying in this. Now, next she is saying is that you have to take a call on your own. Like, say, for example, when sometimes it happens, now someone else is going to do it. That is what I will say in simple language. Like, say, for example, if we want to change, and we'll simply say, my friend is going to do it for me, or maybe my parents are going to do it for me. Now it happens. I'll give you one example to understand it in one important. Like I said, no, that I will share the reason of my inaction, which I used to take. So what happened that I was fortunate enough to have my great grandmother in my life, Pardadi. I used to have that, and the kind of love you will be getting from that fourth generation will be very, very immense. And she was too old that whatever she'll say will be, followed by the family itself because of the higher rank. And she never used to allow us to do things. If you want a glass of water as a child, the water will come to you. There are many family members which will be following. She'll simply say, okay, bring the water to the child. Okay, do this for the child, do this for that, do this. In my own childhood, I was grown up like that everything will come to me at the place just because of the love of great grandmother. She used to play carom board up to 1 in the midnight. That sort of woman she was. Lot of freedom and everything. Now when I am grown up, she is not there in the physical world, but thing is that I have grown up with the kind of habits that inactions are there. I don't say. Sometimes I ask, I expect it from my wife also that, okay, can't you give me one glass of water? I sometimes I expect it from my sister also, maybe from my own son also. So when I try and, when the topic came, I realize and I ask question that what I need to change, what it is the personal event for everyone's life. All of you can connect it with different small things in your life. So if you will understand this, so what is the key which Louis Hay is saying here is that I have to leave that great grandmother alone there. That okay, I have to take the call, take the actions, and I will be able to, come up with and break that resistance. So that is what she is telling us, that how this resistance come and how you can break it. It can be your friend, it can be your family member, it can be your husband, it can be your wife, it can be your own child, it can be anyone, your best friend or anyone. So that is what she's saying. The last thing which you'll see here is, you know, that repeated pattern also sometimes it comes. They can also show us the needs of ourselves. Like repeated patterns means sometimes like we think okay everything is okay and right, but it is coming repeatedly, then we can understand that it has to be taken care. It can be a belief system or preconceived notion in the beginning, but if it is coming again and again and again and again, then also we can understand that this is a resistance which is coming and we need to take action towards it. So that is what she is saying here. The next she is saying is that, you know, whatever they are doing, it can be done with willpower or discipline and willingness to release the need. Just like, Deepak ji said that if one is willing, only then it can happen. The last thing which he is saying here is, so she is just simply giving us all the clues which can happen. Just like, say, for example, if we'll understand and if we'll realize that we can do it, we will be able to do it. Just like, say, for example, if how many of you know, most of you know, I know that you know about the story of Hanumanji, who was having powers, but he was not able to realize it at one point of time. So once only reminded by someone, it can be Louise today, who is reminding us. And if we'll be able to realize it, we'll be able to open many doors for ourselves. There was no second time which was given to Hanumanji that, okay, fine, every time you need to be reminded. No. Once it was told by Jamban, similarly, I'll say in today's session, if it is being told by Louis, once it will done, then you can, cross the oceans of the resistances, or simply you will be able to know the self-worth that you can carry a mountain also. So these are not only the physical things. It can be a mental level. It can be at emotional plane. It can be at spiritual plane. It can be at behavioral pattern. Everything it applies on. So she is saying really deep. Then again comes the point here is that in the process of changing self, do not criticize self that I am not good enough and I will not be able. So this, because if we'll self-criticize, then what will happen? We'll go into the lower vibration and it becomes really challenging, right? Then the whole asset of change itself will come as a different output, right? Self-criticism, as I said, is the thing which we need not to do. So this is what she is saying, and this is the last point which she is saying it in this chapter. I hope we are able to understand that slowly and slowly by self love also. Sometimes, if we are understanding, I am changing it purposely and just simply reading the last line here, that be kind to yourself, begin to love yourself, and approve of yourself. That's what the little child in you needs in order to express itself at its highest potential. Self acceptance, self love will be the very first key towards any sort of change. It is not the force which is going to change, it is the love which is going to change. This is what I want to say, masters, and this is what Louise Hay has said to us. So I would like to thank for this beautiful wisdom shared by Louise by own experiences. She had gone through a lot in her life. And this is not the easy lesson which is simply coming by the author's line sitting inside a room in a comfort zone. No. If you will go and explore her life, you will find out why she is saying this, that resistance need to be changed, and why and how she has come to such beautiful conclusions. So I would like to thank Light and Soul Meditation Group also. So, masters, let's take a small pledge deep inside us without, that let's try and find out all the resistance before the next class comes. Whosoever the master will come, whosoever that will be the vehicle, maybe I'll say, chosen by Louise, maybe, or the masters. But in this class today, let's identify all the resistances which are there. Thank you so much, masters. Thank you so much. If you want to say anything, then we'll go into the meditation.
Thank you so much, Abhimanyu ji. So nicely put and very nicely presented. In a very nice way that you have, collected all the points, you have shared all the points, shared with the examples. So thank you so much. And really, it is a wonderful journey when you start becoming aware. And when you become aware, it is only at that time that you start noticing what is going wrong with you or something that is not right that you want to change. And maybe there are things that you are resisting, and there are certain things that are happening in your life. Like for my own self, I started noticing in my life what is not going right, why this is happening to me. I was such a healthy child and I was such a healthy person. I was an all-rounder, and what is happening to me? Why all these things are happening? So I would say one thing that it comes to me at this time is there are certain things that when you touch them, there's a drastic change all around you. Like when you, um, you know, when you touch a dandelion, बुड्ढी के बाल उसको बोलते हैं हिंदी में. So when you touch a dandelion, when it is totally, bloomed, and it is kind of, it feels as if it's a, you know, basically it feels as if it's a spore kind of flower. As soon as you touch it, it blows out, or you just blow it out. So that kind of change, if you don't want that kind of change with you, how about not touching those things? That is also one of the teaching wisdom. But here, what I want to say is that I started noticing way back, 10 years back, not 5 years back, not only 10 years, I would say 15 years back. I would like to say that. And when I started noticing that there are things that are happening in my life and I'm not able to express, because earlier in my own home, where my maternal home, so at that place, I was able to express very freely because it was my home. Now, when I started living with my husband, and when there were things, earlier I felt very safe and secure, but later on I started feeling, um, away, very much, far away from all the thought process, the way I have to, bring everything together. A lot of things change. So for mostly, I would say, for wives, this happens because of the people who we are. We are from India, and not only from India, but there are other people also from other countries which go through this kind of change. So then what happens? You start stopping your own self. You start keeping quiet more often, and that actually takes a toll on your health. When I started noticing, I started telling my husband, now I'm not going to live like this, because I was an extrovert person. I was able to express my concern. And I said, I am also hungry. I am also a human being, and I want to live like that. I don't want to, just being tabooed by everyone, or doing things that you like. I am a person and I want to do things my way, and I want to live like this. And if this is what you want, and if you don't want to live like that, then maybe, let's try and change, or otherwise, I won't be able to live with you. The point is, either this or that, I am going to make a change, but I want to live like this. And if you are okay with it, you better change along with me. I'll also listen to you. You also have to listen to me. It has to be balance. Both of the parties had to be work in a balanced way. And that actually started solving, I would say, 50% of the problem solved, And then later on, see, I became little healthy, I would say. Not much, but when I came into meditation, because there was less energy in me, right? So as I came into meditation, I opened the blocked chakras. I opened the not blocked chakras, but blocked, the parasympathetic nerves that were blocked, that carried lot of energy or lot of past issues, blockages. And when they were cleaned, that time I started healing myself. And moreover, with this Light and Soul meditation group, where I started sharing, when I started sharing the wisdom, things were basically, I became more open, more extrovert, right? It helped me. And that is what I want for everyone, to come here to share your thoughts, your wisdom, your concerns. Be open to, because you want to change. I am willing to help you with that. This is my pledge for everyone. And because I found that there might be lot of people who really need healing, this kind of healing. They are not able to express themselves. And once you start expressing, once you start opening your throat chakra, there are other chakras that are healed through your throat chakra. So this is what I understand, and this is what I want for everyone. But my want is it's kind of a want. It's not a need here, right? But I understand that this is your need, and I understand. I can see that need, and I know that you all are worthy. We all are worthy, and that has to be, there with everyone, which can actually help you heal. So think about it. Why I always tell you to share. This is the reason, because I have healed myself. I know what it can do to you and what it can do to your life. It will only start with one step, and you have to be willing. So thank you, Abhimanyu ji. It was like my whole past came right in front of me when I started, when you were sharing. I know it is all about Louise, say that she have written, and she has gone through a lot of her own challenges were there. But it is, I believe that this is the challenge that everyone goes through. Very normal, common life, right? So we all have certain things that we need to change. So think about it, masters. Thank you so much. Abhimanyu ji, anyone wishes to share anything at this time? Masters? Uh, Sheelam ji, Asha ji, Sonal ji, Homa ji, Rani ji, Abhimanyu ji, or yeah, Deepak ji, Anshuman ji, Abhimanyu ji, you're straight here, sitting here. Okay, Deepak ji, yeah, unmute yourself, please.
Well, I'd like to share there's a separation of circumstances in case of, like, what you shared your life when you got married. First thing is the separation of what you have of the circumstances, of the fear of losing something. This is how we start the process. This is what you have to realize, that the circumstances are one part which makes us suppress that thing, but in reality, that forms into a thing which it hurts your body, it hurts your mind. So the change is more giving you, sinking you down. The time when you
Emotions.
stand up,
Yeah,
yeah,
emotions.
then you stand up and say, yes, I want to I want to take up and face it. The moment you face that fear which you had of losing something with the right perspective, it can change. This is what I would like to share.
Yeah.
And the change, what they said, is of also the age. You see, the maturity or immaturity will also change due to age. Yesterday, when they were talking about face reading, this is the first thing which you do. You know that there is a change taking place on your face. You took a time out, but you take 10 years down the line, look at your own picture, and now you see it. There is a change. So the change is taking place irrespective whether you want it or not. But you willingly do it, you can uplift yourself. That's what I.
Thank you. Thank you, Deepak ji. You know, uh, I had very stark opposite life. Everything was good earlier. So it was very okay with me, everything was good. Everything was good. And it did not feel like anything different or difficult for me. Nothing was difficult or different. But later on, the change started after 2 years, and it was totally opposite of what I saw. And it was so difficult that there is no one to understand me. And whatever I say, it is taken in a negative way. And it was very difficult. Circumstances, situation change. And then you go back into your own cover, shell. That is the problem. And that started changing. But then the face reading. At this time, what you see, I look young. I know myself, right? But there was a time when I was much older. I used to look much older. Like maybe whatever this age that I am, basically whatever you see in front of this platform, I used to look much older, fat, older, and when I came into meditation, I started changing myself. When I cut my hair because of a reason. I was done with everything. I was done. I was basically ready to let go of everything because I was in this stage of I'm done. I'm done with everything. I'm done with every ritual, every relation, everything. And I'm done. I have taken care of everyone. I have given everything of mine to everyone. And now I see or I feel that you can't keep everyone happy. First, I need to keep myself happy. That was what my change was. And I cut my hair. That day was the day when I changed everything about myself. And then it was so whenever want to change your timeline, whenever you want to change onto a higher timeline, you have to change everything about yourself. Don't do things that you are habitual of. Do things that can tell you that there is movement in your life. And that time there was a huge shift that happened. And maybe another shift will happen. Let's see when. Okay.
When the change will take place, we will see the glow on your face. It's simple answer to you.
Yes, and I always like to smile because I was like this
Yes,
always. I was always like this. I changed
bubbly.
because, yeah, I had been. I want to be like that because this is what I like. The point is, this is what I like about my own self. So I would. Anyway, thank you so much, Deepak ji. And I want to share this that try to do this, masters. Try to smile often. You need more muscles to smile. So basically, having your own exercise on your face, right? Pushpa ji, go ahead. Oh, unmute yourself. Sorry, sorry. Unmute yourself.
Why?
Yeah. No, again you muted yourself, Pushpaji. Now unmute yourself. Yeah.
I would like to ask your wisdom as well as inputs. What happens is in every individual or everything, this kind of things happens. But we don't live alone. We live in a group of the family where everybody has a different set of minds, different thinking, different attitude. And then we have to, if we want harmony, then we can change ourselves. But that doesn't mean that everybody is changing themselves. We have also generation gap. We have a age gap, and with a different people you live in, at home, outside, everywhere. But now today I think that, oh, okay, I'm talking too much. I should change my attitude. I talk less. But if I talk less, it doesn't change so many things you are expecting. So I'm done and you can go ahead.
So, thing is that if we'll change ourselves, that means, like, say for example, there is a saying in English and Hindi also, instead of putting slippers in everyone's feet, it's better to put it in our own feet first. So if we are getting some sort of situations like this, that we are going to change, so first thing is that we can balance it out with others. Like, say for example, if you want to talk, right, then you can have your own recordings. It can be writing your own journal, expressing yourself in front of mirror. It can be hundreds of ways. It's not always like that everyone should have a person, like it can be a doll also, it can be a friend of yours, it can be anything, it can be a favorite toy which you can balance out. So in society, you can have people who will want to ask you to balance your maybe the talkative way or anything. It can be any example which you are asking. So I am thinking that we can balance it by doing it our own way also, in alone with our personal time and also in the society time. So this harmony which we need to do is our own call which we need to take. Do not let's suppress it. Do not just because to please people, it will become otherwise again a kind of disorder or the disease in the body, which
Right.
is not good enough, according to Louise. So please, let's take a middle way, which can actually help you also. If there is some change, if you were expressing a lot, I used to do this. I used to hug trees, and there was no harm in that.
Mhm.
I used to love nature so much that I never used to care what people will think if I am hugging a tree. I was having that much love for nature. So that was a middle way. You're
Thank you.
understanding what I'm trying to say is
Yes, yes.
everything which is material and immaterial, you can balance it out. Everything itself is energy, it's its form, right? So sometimes you need to, if you need to care, you are talking about only the living material will expect something from you in behavioral aspect. You can balance it out. You can love your phone, you can love your, see, it is really important to understand that it is your love which need expression and nothing else. It can be anything which you can actually express your love into. You can love your book also. I used to love a book, I named the book, the book was Herbie. Why I'm giving example is so that everybody can do that. So it is not always that a living thing needs to be there. Then it becomes, challenging, like Louis
Yeah.
said, that lot of expectations we are putting into the place
Right.
otherwise.
Right. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Pushpaji. Wonderfully stated. And one thing here I would like to share, Abhimanyuji, can I share?
It's,
Yeah. So one thing that I learned from my life, be it smaller than yours, Pushpaji, I know you have more experience than me in the real life, in this world at this time. But the one thing that I understood was if you continuously don't take care of yourself, if you don't love yourself enough, and you become habitual of people pleasing because of the fear of people around you, this is what happens, that you get into a lot of challenges, diseases, and situations where you are actually committing a lot of mistakes. Why? Because we become addicted to people please. We become addicted to so many other things. Become addicted to sugar because of we are not happy, right? So one day that made me change everything about myself was that I started noticing that why I'm eating a lot of sweets, why I'm eating a lot of other things, or maybe why I'm not inculcating good habits, because I'm not happy within. In my heart, in my mind, I don't feel good. Why I don't feel good? Why I feel irritated? Why I feel angry all the time? And that time I started understanding, and that day was the day I changed. But the point was, we are so used to this habit, out of fear or out of the things, that we are so trauma bonded with the situations, that we like, okay, this is the thing that is very common, and this is the thing that is feels natural to me, or this is very because I've seen this how this goes, so I know I can handle. But one thing that I understood was that you cannot make everyone happy all the time. And sometimes whenever you have this whenever you are ready to say no to people, that no, and don't over explain. When you over explain, the point is, say no. If you want to, you don't want to do, no, I can't do it. I learned this from my children. And I also learned this, that I don't need to over explain. And then I understood that there will be time when people won't be happy with you for once, twice, but then they will understand why, because they will understand that now you are respecting your own self. Because when you start respecting your own self and saying, no, I can't do that. I have this very much important for me that I need to do. You have to take care of your own things. I can't help you with that. At that time, they understand to respect you. When you take your energy away from these people, whoever is in your family, yours, whoever it is, that time you are ready to actually give respect to your own self. That time they will also understand to give you respect. But until you give your own self respect, they won't understand. So first, make a boundary, your limit, your boundary, make it, and let them know that this is not okay for me. Whenever anybody says something to you that is not okay, that is down the line, tell them, you know, मेरी हिंदी निकल आ रही थी, but let them know, that संभल के बात करें. You have to respect me. You have to let them know. You cannot talk to me like that. You have to let them know that you should not talk to me like that. Work on your responsibilities, finish your responsibilities, finish your chores, because you don't want to give them any chance. But the point is, take your situation in your own hand. Whenever you let others take or make decisions for you, you actually give them your whole right to do whatever they want. So try to make decisions what you want. If you give decisions in other people's hand, they will definitely misuse it. So that is what I think, I have lived that life, I know, and I've changed it and still changing every day. So yes, Neena ji, go ahead, please.
I just want to say thank you, Abhimanyuji, and thank you, Madhuji. Beautiful session, and Madhuji, beautiful, powerful message. Thank you.
Thank you, Neena ji. It is very, very important that we all need to understand that we are important for ourselves. And until we start loving ourselves, we are not going to bring that heart energy into our circle. Wherever we are, we have to radiate that energy. So for once, twice, maybe somebody is not happy, but we are happy with ourselves. And then we start radiating that happy energy. The food that we make, like as Abhimanyu just stated, right? That ma who made that food, curry, why it was good? Because she made with pure love energy, with that heart that is more giving. So when you are happy, what are you going to do? You are going to cook food that is more giving, more divine, and that will actually help the whole family. So any anger that everyone had in your family, but when you make that food with love energy, with heart energy, your food will have this divinity, and it will actually suffice everyone, it will actually satisfy everyone, it will actually give love to everyone. It will be tasty, delicious, and it will actually suffice and satisfy your mind and heart. Just imagine, what energy are you giving? If you're not happy, you won't give that happy energy to the whole family. But if you're happy, you will actually bring that happy energy to everyone. So very important. And everyone will start listening also, and that is what I did. In Hindi, there's a saying, आदमी के दिल का रास्ता पेट से होके गुजरता है. तो वही पेट से ही शुरू किया था मैंने, समझना चाहिए. Okay, change everything with stomach. Okay, masters, thank you. Abhimanyu, go ahead, please.
And I think just it reminds me of one incident in Ramayana, which is esoteric also. That Sita ji, when the war was there, and Sita ji helped the Dasis used to visit there, the Rakshasis and all. She used to sit behind, just like next to her in that Ashok Vatika. So in that particular crucial time, she gave them the recipes of food. She started giving them the best recipes.
Wow.
For food. Okay, this, and how it can be done, and how. Now they used to apply in the food, and the food become very delicious. All the soldiers used to eat more than the natural eating tendency. So overeating was there,
Now
and
they
then they used
lazy.
to lose the battles also.
Yes.
So what I want to say is that this is really true. You said कि वो यहीं से होके जाता है, लोह चक्र से ही वो ऊपर की तरफ.
Because the one who is cooking food for you, you are not going to fight with them, right? You are not going to fight with them. You are going to, who is giving you, who is providing you, who is your Annapurna, are you going to fight with that person? It is your ma, it is your wife, it is your sister. It can be anyone. Or even your parents, your father also. Some men also, my husband cooks very well. And at times when I'm sick or I'm not okay, he would go and cook the food for me. But this change had to be made. And when it started, when we started changing, it brought a lot of love and lot of happiness in our family, masters. So I know sometimes still we go through a lot of arguments. It's not like, our life is free of any argument. No. But every day, he or me, everyone is teaching each other. And it is a continuous journey. But anyway, now I will just stop myself. Abhimanyuji, you can take us into meditation. Thank you so much.
Yes, let's go into the meditation, master, and we'll try and remove the blockages if they are on mental plane or maybe. So let's take position. Close your eyes. I'll simply read it also in the chapter of Louise here today, the resistances which are there, so that we'll experience whatever is there into our subconscious mind and release the patterns of resistances which are there in our life. So let's close our eyes and relax our body as much as we can. Just like if you are able to see this body as a vessel, and you are deep inside your body, seated. Go to your own source inside your body, masters. And it can be done by the medium of breath awareness for now. The moment you are inhaling, just be aware without any change into it. The moment you are exhaling and the gap in between of exhalation and inhalation, just simply witness that. Resolve, surrender to the divinity. Immense love. Feel yourself loved, master. As like you are blessing yourself. You are loving yourself, taking care of yourself into the meditation, the meditator and the meditation process which you are doing to yourself for now is unconditional love to yourself. Do it for a few seconds or minutes. Just love yourself, accept yourself as you are, completely just simply accept it without any guilt. Simply accept. Go to a situation, master, where you have changed the subjects when someone is talking to you. And now love yourself there. Why I need to escape from the situation? deep inside the meditation, just ask, why are you leaving the rooms when someone is talking? Seek acceptance, seek the responsibility. Just go into the moment where you are explanatory to others and love yourself there. Love yourself whenever no one was there and you were getting sick. Just simply love yourself when you were procrastinating by doing something else or you were busy. And with all this unconditional love, say that I will change with love. It's all your own inner journey of changes. And if you will fill your resistances with light and love, it is going to change permanently. Fill the light in all the resistances you feel in your life for now. Your own light into the resistances for 5 minutes at least. Fill it with light. It can be a situation, it can be all your triggers, it can be all your persons. It may make you uneasy for these few minutes, but if you will feel light, it will be a permanent change into your persona, your own light into the situations. Love yourself, all that love energy, all that light. Let it allow and enter into all the situations wherever resistances are there of the situation, people. And let's not adapt. Light will give you the best possible solution for everything. Your own light, your own higher self is having all the answers to all the questions deep inside you. All questions and all answers are there. Let's heal every trauma wherever the resistance develops. Go deep inside the root of every cause and fill it with light. Give it love. Love and light to the root cause of all the resistances which you feel like you need to work upon. It can be a pattern, it can be the habit you wish to change. Just simply give that light and you will find slowly and slowly in coming days or weeks, it will definitely start changing. This light will express itself in the form of love. Whenever you are escaping, go into that situation deep inside you. Where if you wanted to change the topic or flipping through a magazine, or you were eating excessive or drinking or smoking or any other habit which is unusual into you just because of the resistance towards any change, Fill it with light and let it go. Let it go, Master. Let it go. Fill it with light for your own beautiful situations of your life. See yourself as becoming divine, full of love, and let's accept that the complete is only the Purush. And if you are into meditation, merge into that Purush. The seer, the witness of yourself is perfect one. Siddha is inside you, your higher self, the element of the Lord. Be with that perfect one, your inner self, the God which is inside you. All the Devis and Dev and Ardhanarishwar and everyone inside you. Feel it. Feel the connection. And just before the changes, let's accept that I am perfect in the presence of perfect. The perfection is all around me. And now carry the changes which you need to do from that perfection. In Sanskrit, we used to say, Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya, Purnamevamavashishyate. From the perfect comes the perfect. And whatever stays is the perfect. Just love yourself. Just like from a mother comes a child. And the child is complete. And the mother is complete. All the changes which you want to do are simply the try reaching out to the higher self of your own version. Getting closer to your own higher self is something which you call perfection. And do it with love, light, and not by force. Just by accepting yourself, things will happen. Give yourself that sort of energy. Allow it, the love light, to pass on to all your DNA, all your cells, all your tissues, all your organs. Wherever this love needs to be taken care, it can be any organ which is responding towards the energy of rejection, repression, replacement, anything. Just put the light there and it will balance itself. Because you yourself is the light. All the photons which are needed for now are there with you in the meditation. Your own photons, which are going to change this. Get deep and deep inside the meditation. Make yourself divine. And feel that oneness, that my case is not different one. Remove that ego that I will work it out itself. Let the nature allow, let the divine allow to do it without any element of ego. Remove it, fill it with light. I will be silent for a few minutes so that you will connect with yourself deep inside you, masters. Feel yourself with your own energy, teacher. Feel yourself. Love yourself. Accept that you are complete in this meditation. Give light to all the concepts that you are too old. There is in the meditation state, there is nothing called old or young. Rise above the consciousness of your body. Give yourself that energy. Rise beyond the dilemma of fat, thin, short, tall, lazy, strong, weak. Just become one. All the patterns are on the outer layer. Too smart, too dumb, too poor, too worthless. All these are on the outer periphery. Get inside the inner periphery, masters. That the meditative phase, the phase of samadhi, release all that seriousness and stuckness outside and get inside deeper. All those changes which you need to do. For now, be with yourself. Feel the light of divine in the meditation. All your fears and fill it with love. Wherever there is love, there is no fear at all of anything, any resistance of doing things that I will do it later. Fill it with light, or any situation where you want light. Fill it there, the light. That I will do it later. All the procrastinations, fill them with light. Turn them into beautiful actions of the Lord, taken by Lord, having the feeling of inaction into the actions. The witnessing one, all the actions done by you in the witnessing form. the highest karma yogi. See yourself as a seer deep into the meditation. Accept yourself and say to yourself, there is nothing wrong with me. Just put the light on all the situations wherever you feel like. It can be the body organ, it can be the person, it can be the situation. Deep inside you, all the triggers, give them light of love. All the white light is entering into it. Wherever you feel like that cord needs to be cut, can invoke Lord Michael to cut all the cords which are not necessary at all. Lord Michael, we we request your love, and with your sword, let's cut all which is not necessary in our life for now. All the changes which we need to do, and whichever burdens are there, any heavy density, cut them with your bright white sword. Loving Master, Lord Michael, release all the burdens of heaviness from our body, all the 7 bodies, cut it deep inside, all the physical love, mental love, everything which we need to do it for the moment. We ask you to do it for us, Master. Here and here, do it for us. Let's see that cord cutting deep inside the meditation masters. Get deeper into meditation, more deeper and deeper into all the deeper layers. All that divine invocation, all the vibrational codes with love and light to transform yourself, all the changes which you need to do. Open all the chakras of your willpower, of your speech, vibrational body, of your breath. Just love yourself completely to your ether self, to your subtle self. Let it love yourself. See yourself as the universe, as the boundless space. Transmute all your heavy density into the light. Be expression into the divine. See yourself merging with the divine. To the source, ultimate white light with inner delight and universal love. In the deep meditation, annihilates the three cities of your ego, mind, body, illusion, or whichever need changes. Do it with love, Masters. Go deeper into self. Deep inside you. With the sword of light, all the ego, cut that ego, ignorance, and nurture love, magnetism, enchantment. All desire transformation into the positivity, the light, deep inside you with the presence. Full surrender. Turn all your delusion into intelligence. All your karmic planes, physical planes, fill them with divine light, masters. Add courage, power, command on all your lower instinct. Fill them with light and love and let them go. Overcome your karmic momentum deep inside your meditation, which needs to be changed. The ultimate change is this only. Just love yourself. On every plane, love yourself bestfully and with every divine being. Just love. Simply the light inside you is looking inside the light of everyone. Feel that inseparability, that universal, that non-duality into yourself. Disintegrate the ego and the light is there. Oneness is there. 5 more minutes, masters. Get deep inside yourself. Give yourself energy into your Anahat chakra for divine presence. All the cosmic energies from the highest light source connected with the white light are shielding you. You are protected in all the changes you do. You are blessed in all the changes you do for your good, moving upward into the grace. Cut all the influences on your actual body, on your physical body, on your energetic body, on your every plane. Just simply a light, the change of positivity, the supreme, all knowledge with love. Head on to yourself. Just accept yourself as miraculous, reality shifting beauty through the cosmos. 3 more minutes, Master. Get deep inside you and destroy all the attachments which are stopping you in your life. Love it. You are the transformer of the shadow and turn it into light. Only light and light. Beautiful, unconditional love for everyone, acceptance for everyone and for self. All that, remove all the intoxications of the mind with divine love and slay all the inner demons which represents your inertia, dullness, ignorance. Fill them with light. Turn them. Do this inner revelation, masters, in the deep meditation, deep inside you, with full of love. Let's do it. Enjoy the nectar of timeless dissolution. All the toxins and desires turning into light. Make a stronger shield of inner wisdom, masters. Protect your spiritual integrity every now and then, wherever you go, deep inside the meditation also, and in the physical world, mental plane, with the family, with the friends, online and offline. Protect it for now and ever. Just pure awareness. Beware all impurities from now. Clear them with light. Evolve spiritually for now, every now and then. With the divine love masters. Feel it. Last 2 minutes deep inside the meditation master. Feel all the energy. Deep inside, last 2 minutes. with the energy of peace deep inside you, calmness, stillness. Unconditional love for everyone, every plant, every animal, every bird, every insect, everybody, every soul. Love and only love. Love and only life. Last 1 minute. Be with all. Be with all. Educated with deep inside the meditation. Go deeper and deeper and deeper and cleanse it. Go deeper into meditation. Deeper and deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Clean it. All those who are doing it online, on YouTube, or even the Zoom meeting, now or later, every time they will be able to access this energy of yourself deep inside the meditation. Slowly and slowly, dear masters, come out of the deep meditation. Wherever you are, into the deep meditation, dear masters, slowly and slowly come out all your love. Slowly and slowly, with all love, open your eyes, masters. Of your hands, on both your eyes. With all gratefulness, I'm thankful to the platform. This is not just a platform of talking, it's a soul lifting platform, self lifting platform. Be thankful for this gesture, selfless gesture, and may we all have the divine blessings to all the masters who are doing it selflessly and to Mamadou and everyone. May everyone get the blessings of the light to do it for the goodness of humanity in every birth. Thank you so much, masters. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhimanyu. Really wonderful deep meditation. Thank you so much. Just really lovely, lovely meditation and great energy. Thank you so much, everyone. Anybody has any question or anything that you want to share or ask at this time, please do raise your hand, masters. Anybody wishes to? But yeah, it was a very wonderful session, Abhimanyuji. Really nice presentation and nice way of teaching. Really, really wonderful. Great. Also, next time when you speak, try to keep your mic a little below so that we can hear you. We were not able to hear you at the last of the meditation, because maybe it is very near here, so it was all muffled. Voice was more. That's why I have to close the song late, meditation music later. So anyhow, but yeah, keep it little down so that when you talk, the voice can actually come here. No problem. But thank you so much, everyone. It was really wonderful of you, everyone, to be here at this time. With you can hear your life swadhyaya going on. So definitely next week again there will be someone else who will be teaching you about this after resistance to change. But whatever has been inculcated today about whatever you are resisting, try to change that in you, and then we'll be ready for the next chapter, right? So thank you so much. And in the meantime, if anyone has any questions about, or not questions, but any experiences that you want to share, please go ahead. My experience with the session was very great. I feel like there was, I would tell you what happened. There was something going on with my spine, and when I came and sat, it was as if the expansion was happening on my sacral chakra. So that was happening, and something that was blocked, I believe it is, there was some kind of compression or suppression, and it opened. That's what I felt. Thank you, Abhimanyuji. Wonderful. So everyone's, energy worked. But thank you, everyone. Pushpa ji, did she go away? Okay, yeah, she went. I think I wanted to ask her, but that's okay. So let us then end the session. I don't see any hand raises yet. Pushpa ji, would you like to share? If you would like to, you can. Pushpa Haryani ji.
What happened?
Nothing happened. Like I am asking you.
Yeah, no, I was just opening my video.
Yeah.
No, sorry. What happened is I was just not feeling little comfortable. So see, I went and I wanted to measure my blood pressure.
Oh, wow.
But then I realized that, I forgot my medicine today. Maybe that's why. So I just left and started after meditation. So I
How is
wanted
it
to
now?
measure
Now,
my.
how is it? You are
I
measuring?
did not measure. It just was coming, and then you asked me. So I was in the
Oh,
different
no, no,
table.
no. Go ahead, do
No,
it.
that's okay. But yeah, it was very nice, wonderful. I always feel like a waves and circles on the head. So I enjoyed that. And then his all the words were very soothing, also very nice, but
Yes.
little slow. So I just had a hard
Muffled,
time to
yeah. It
listen
was
to.
little
Yeah,
muffled. But that's
yes,
okay. He came to know today. So what?
yes.
So,
But it was very nice, very nice. I loved each and every word, nicely
yeah, even in the
said.
Hindi session, whenever he is taking classes now, so it is a wonderful time to go and sit
Mm.
in the meditation because he's giving that class. It was
Yeah.
wonderful. So I'm so happy that there is someone else apart from
Yes,
me, and
yes, yes.
not only me, but Naveen ji is also there, Abhimanyu ji is there, many other masters are there. So now I feel so blessed and balanced, that we all are working together.
Right.
That's
And you always do so much. So it is good for you also. You can enjoy meditation rather than just saying for that.
Yeah, so Pushpa ji knows, right? Because she had
Yes,
been
yes.
coming here and she really wants that Madhuji should rest.
I always, every day, every single
I
day, I
know.
think that I don't know how you do in the morning and again you come back in the night when family has so much demand, especially young daughters, teenage, and what not.
Ask me today
Everything. And
also.
you
I
just
was,
leave everything and come here for us. That's very blissful.
It was
You
not,
know,
it
we
was
are
not,
so
like,
blessed.
I would say it is not easy, but without masters' help and the masters who are here present, right? And even Abhimanyu today, he is taking class. Sometimes Sanjay ji takes class. Sometimes, I take class. So somebody else. And nowadays, sometimes Ritu ji also coming, Anjali ji coming, So
Yeah.
I'm able to get help because in the past, Meenakshi ji was also there, Neetu ji, Gagan ji, Richa ji was there and many other masters. But then slowly, they all had something coming up, and everyone has. See, there are so many things going on in everyone's life, but when everyone comes together, it is not heavy on one's shoulder, basically.
No, of course, when like if suppose I'm sick or something, I won't even come, right? Many people just with their some other duties,
Yeah.
but you have a compulsory duty. Just come, and that's very nice of
Yeah,
you.
there had been days, but anyhow, let's not go there. But thank you so much for
And
sharing.
this
Thank you
is
very much.
the
Yeah.
selfless duty also, I will say.
I really enjoyed Abhimanyu, your every single word and speech, and especially you have that pyramid on the top of that first thing I noticed.
Yeah.
He has a pyramid on the top of the head. Very nicely done. I'm impressed.
Where did you purchase this pyramid, Abhimanyu ji? Did
I
you?
have this one. I use
Right.
this one.
Wow, this is all Avatar Babaji's
Yeah,
and Buddha.
right.
What
So yes. I use
really-
this one.
So how I did this is I took a small pyramid to the जो लकड़ी का काम करते हैं and I said कि इसी same angle में you have to make this longer and it
Oh,
was so easy for the person to do it because of that sample which was there.
so did
I
you measure
simply
the
asked
angle? Did you measure the angle then?
yes
Okay.
and the on the top of it it is there the cap which you have shown it
Oh,
is there just simply it fits so it becomes very easy for the carpenter to do it just
oh,
simply it's the extension of all that
yes.
nothing
Yes.
else
But it is fitting on the chair.
no we can simply sit inside this
Oh,
and
That
inside.
is a
I
metal
become
bar or
sure
something. Yeah.
I got it.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
nice.
nice, if you want to go into, if you want to go to India and then try to have it custom made, that is what you can do. And that this is what he has done. He had made it custom made. What you
Right.
can do when you go to India, Pushpaji or anyone else, what you all can do is you can actually break down into small parts. Basically, tell them to have
Right.
attachments, basically, so that you can, like how when you bring certain things here in US, you
You
actually
have to
have
assemble yourself.
yeah, you have to assemble.
Disassemble and assemble
Yeah, so
twice.
this is how you can go in India and you can tell them to make it custom made like that.
Mm,
Maybe that can happen.
right.
But thank you, Abhimanyu ji, wonderful. So, masters, let's end the session then, and we will meet tomorrow
Okay.
with our Maktub session or something else, whatever it is, you will get to see the flyer. And thank you so much, everyone. So maybe
You
all
all have a blessed evening and thank you again and again. Very nice.
thank you.
Right.
So may we all be happy, healthy, and vibrant masters. Thank you so much for being here. May we all be abundant, prosperous, and joyful. And let us meditate every day with our individual self. Let us meditate every day with our group energies. And let us teach meditation to everyone, awaken everyone, and do our much needed inner work every day, masters. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Abhimanyu ji. Thank you to all the masters. May we all be happy, healthy, and vibrant. So be it, masters. Have a good day, wonderful day from wherever you are, and have a good night if you are from US. If you are from India, have a good day, wonderful day. Thank you so much. Thank you, masters. Thank you, Asha ji. I like you in your topi. You wanted to share something.
Not at home. I was I was traveling.
Oh,
I
wow.
just visited in the hotel. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Enjoy then. Go and have your time
I've
now.
done everything. I
Thank you.
listened and I had done my meditation.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.